Testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing. Alright, I think we good. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another weekly analysis, stocks slash futures. Today is Sunday, uh, April 5th, 2026. Happy Easter, happy Resurrection Sunday. We're finna get into our analysis for the week of April 6th through the 10th. Okay? But yeah, let's go on and get into it. We ain't gonna waste no time. So yeah, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Like I said, happy Easter, happy Resurrection Sunday. I hope y'all had a good Sunday. Hope y'all able to be around family, friends, maybe even go to church, and got to enjoy seeing everyone. But yeah, we're gonna get into this. Oh, my bad, y'all. I was supposed to have these screenshots up already. I forgot all about them. Give me 1 second, and then we'll be on and popping. I think this is okay. Yeah, we got that. All right. First thing first, y'all know we gotta go over our economic calendar. Before we do, I'm gonna tell y'all we use investing.com for our economic calendar. We put it on 3-Star News, United States news only. So if you ever wondering, hey, why our charts are a lot shorter than most, it's because we only put on the high impact news. And I might start using the new website. What is it? What people be using when they be seeing red folders? Is it Trade Factory? Is it what is it? Forex? I don't know. One of them websites. I might start using those though with the red folder. But right now this is what we use, investor.com. And yeah, we're finna go ahead and go over these earnings. Then we're gonna go over the economic calendar, then we're gonna go over the earnings. So start off this week. Um on the economic calendar. First thing first, Monday, April 6th. Y'all know we just opened a new month, so definitely expecting volatility coming through. But April 6th, Monday, we got ISM 9 manufacturing prices at 9 a.m. and then ISM 9 manufacturing PMI at 9 a.m. Other than that, that's the only thing we have, but it is Monday, so expect some volatility at the very open. Uh, yeah, Monday, one news event should be decent, and we should be moving on to regular market movement. Tuesday, April 7th, 7:30. The only thing we got scheduled is durable goods. 7:30 pre-market, so not really affecting us too much. So we're not scared of Tuesday. Wednesday, y'all know this is where I expect most reversals happen if we do a reversal. 9:30 we got crude oil. At noon we have 10-year note auction, and then at 1 we have FOMC meeting. Okay, that's probably the biggest thing to focus on, the FOMC meeting at 1. Uh, I mean the noon, the bond, the auction. That also can give us a quick spike, but crude oil, y'all know it's hit or miss with crude oil. We just have to see what it do. I don't mind trading through crude oil. Um, Wednesday is okay. Maybe that 1 p.m. Meeting probably move it a lot, but nothing too crazy I can say. Just watch out afternoon. That's what I'll say. Now, going into Thursday, April 9th, it look like Thursday might be the bigger day, Thursday and Friday. Thursday, 7:30. We got a lot of things loaded up at 7:30. We got PCE, we got GDP, and then we got initial jobless claims all at 7:30. I think that's gonna probably move the market, but it's pre-market. We don't trade during that time, so we should be fine. And then at noon we got 30-year bond auction. Um, so Thursday might be an interesting day. Thursday might be an interesting day. I'm looking forward to see what Thursday gonna do. I think volatility will be on that day. Then we close the week off on Friday. We got some more pre-market news. A lot of this stuff happening in the pre-market. We got CPI um at 7:30, core CPI at 7:30, and then another CPI but it's YOY. I don't know what that means, but we got that three different CPIs at 7:30. Like I said, it's pre-market, so we're not too worried since we don't really trade during that time. So, all right, now going over to the earnings report. Really, pretty much like last week. Not really nothing crazy. Monday we got no earnings to look forward to. Tuesday, maybe Levi's after the close. That's about it. Wednesday, I see Delta up there. What is that? Really don't see nothing else on Wednesday. Thursday, we got. Oh, I don't know if y'all can see that. My bad. I'm sorry. Y'all probably couldn't see some of the earnings I had because my head in the way. But Thursday, WD-40 after the close, BlackBerry before the open. It really ain't nothing too crazy. I'm looking forward to when it comes to earnings. So we really won't be checking out none of them charts, honestly. All right. Now let's get into our regular scheduled program. All right, going to the monthly. We finished up the month of March. So now we're in April. Looking at this monthly chart. Give me 1 second. Look at the monthly chart. Last month we ended up closing red for SPY. We're on SPY chart. I'm sorry, y'all, because I did do this stream a little late. We did a SPY chart. We on SPY monthly. Close red, fell to closing side or below this monthly fair value gap. But it did close red. We did make lower lows. Breaking this uptrend. Now, the question is, do we either start trying to build for a downtrend by making a lower high, then lower low, which might take at least 2 more months, or do we just see it just straight flush, or do we see a reversal to come right back up to keep the uptrend going? That's the question. As of right now, biggest thing I know is, hey, we failed to close below the gap, failed to close below a low. We should have some type of pullback. We should have some type of pullback before trying to come back and retest either these lows or this gap. Okay, and that gap is at 649.14. So that is where, if you want to continue, it gotta close below there on a month. Okay. Now, looking at what we did for the first couple of days, I think we had 1 day or 2 days last week in April. I think it was. Let me go check real quick. We had 2 days. We had 2 days last week. In them 2 days last week, we did come get that retest of this daily fair value gap. Now, the retest happened with a green counter, as y'all seen when I went to the daily. So I really want to see what it does when we get a red daily counter. It might come retest one more time and see if it actually breaks to a down trend and keep flushing. But biggest thing is I'm trying to see how do we hold to the 649.14 level. That's like the key thing I'm watching for this month. Do we just stay above it and keep building an uptrend above it to potentially give us some type of pullback for either a lower high or lead us to an uptrend to go make a new higher high? Or when we finally start getting red candles, do we start coming back down and trying to play around at that 649 level to try to eventually either close below to continue to the downside or even start being stagnant to consolidate? Okay. But all in all, we closed red last month. Like I said, we made a lower low. Not really no trend. It just basically broke the uptrend. So not no real trend for the monthly. So probably got to give it at least about 2 more months. At least 2 more months. Now it can be more, but the reason why I say at least 2 is because we made lower low. We need some type of lower high. So that's 1 more month at least. And then we can have another lower low within that next month. So that's 2 months. We're at least 2 months. That's not counting if it consolidates. So at least 2 months before we can make a downtrend. For an uptrend, it'll be at least 3 months, because we'll need a high, low, and then another higher high. Okay. So really, we got a more so it's kind of harder to swing right now. That's what I'll say. Kind of harder to swing spot contracts based on it making that lower low. Okay. All right. Now going down to the weekly. Check out that weekly. Weekly just made the lower lows is in the downtrend. We got low high, lower low. Last week we closed green, so we're making some type of high, either a higher high. I mean, yeah, either it can lead to a higher high or it can be another lower high. Biggest thing we want to see is a one red weekly candle, and then we'd like to take them shorts back down to these lows if we want to keep this downtrend. Okay. We do got weekly gaps over here that it closed below once, but then it came right back above. Got a weekly gap sitting over here at, let's see what the exact number is. Sitting over here at 648.80. We closed back above it. It's just, do we start building an uptrend above it to keep pushing higher? Okay. I think that's the only gap we got too. Look like the only one we got. Yeah, that's the only one we got. Okay. But that's that key level for me on this weekly is 648.80. Do we start building an uptrend above it to keep pushing higher? Or when we finally get our first red week, do we come back below it to make that downtrend? Continue the downtrend. Alright. Going to the daily, this is where we do our analysis and our charting. Looking at the daily, we got a downtrend going. We got low, high, lower, low. Now it's trying to see, do we make a new lower high? Or do we end up breaking this downtrend? Because we got 3 green candles going back to back on spot. So it's telling us, market is telling us, hey, we're looking for some type of high. We don't know if it's going to be higher high or lower high. That's the question. Biggest thing we're looking for on this daily is just at least one red candle to try to see if we can continue this downtrend. We get one daily red candle. I would like to try them shorts to see if we can come back down to 629.58. Can it lead us back down there? Stop losses will be the last lower high we had at 660.89. Or you can even set it at that 662.62 level. Okay. Now, if I see an uptrend start forming, if we get, say we get a red candle, we do get in our shorts, and then we get another green daily candle, and we break this high here, or whatever the high be, then I will cut my trade before you even get to them solidified levels, okay? So I wanted to stay in this downtrend that we got right here. Let me mark it out in case you can't see. Like I said, we got low, high, lower, low. Looking for this to be that next lower high. Okay. Like we said, if it breaks that 660.89, then we leave it alone, sit on our hands, because we got to kind of be neutral. Okay, we got to wait and see till we see a daily trend. But like we said, last 3 candles been green. Market telling us it want to move up. It closed, I believe it closed above a daily gap. And go to this left and see. Oh, my bad. I gotta make sure I put that what's the name on, y'all. What is it? Is it adjust? I don't know what this gap is here for. It don't like none of my gap. Hold up, y'all. Give me a second. We might have to do redrawings this week to do our drawing. Cause I don't know what these 2 gaps sitting on. Yeah, let's just redo the drawings. Clear them up. And let me go to M and Q now. And let's turn on adjust for contract changes. And then we just redo all the drawings. Dang, I ain't want this string to be this long, but it's probably gonna be a little long tonight, okay? But it's okay, it's completely fine because I want us to have the most accurate drawings as possible. And that might be something I start back doing again. I used to do it all the time. Like we literally delete all the drawings and redraw them. I might start back doing it again. At least once a week or maybe twice a week. Okay, I think that's it. I'll remove these. Remove all these because it don't take long. It don't take long to chart your stuff up. All right. So like we said, we want to keep following this downtrend. So let's go ahead and mark all this stuff out. The last lower high we wanted was, so we had low, high, lower, low, but then we made a higher high here. But then we made a low, another high, but then lower low. That made a downtrend. So we're gonna mark out this high here at 660.89. That's the level we're trying to see the market stay below. We also still watching at 662 level. Let's turn this pink though, because it's a trend within a bigger trend. Add alert if we cross up. Okay, same thing here. Add alert if we cross up. Okay, target. First target is of course this first low down here at 629.28. Okay. Now mark out any gaps in between the targets and the solidified level. Mark out these gaps here. Oh, I put on there. Okay. See, do I see any more in between? Any more in between? Here. It's like a super small one, but we can mark it out. Because even that small one might do something crazy. Alright. Got a big one down here. Think that's it. Alright, let's drag them all to the right. Make sure they're not overlapping any other gaps. That one kind of overlapping each other there, but it's okay. Alright, I think that is it for SPY. Let me make sure though. Yeah, I think that's it. Alright, so we ain't worried about any gaps above until we get to that. We focusing on our range right now. Okay. Now, like we said, target is at 629.28. But we gotta have some type of red daily candle. We need some type of red daily candle. We closed green above all of our daily fair value gaps. So honestly, to me, it broke all our lines of defense. Literally, all it gotta do is just make an uptrend. If it make one uptrend, it's coming up to 660.89. Might just go straight to it. It might don't even need an uptrend, but it already broke our line of defense. So when we get our first red candle, if we don't go straight here, it has to flush right back down hard. Like we have to have a hard flush back down for them down for the shorts to come through. Okay, we get our first red candle and it don't look like it's flushing hard back down. You might be trying to go ahead and break that 660. But like I said, last 3 days was green, so it's not exactly what we want for the shorts. We want to see a red candle, okay, for that daily. Dropping down to that hourly, we're in no type of trend. I mean, overall, right now, you could say like this section is an uptrend, but last solidified level all the way down here on this hourly. If you're looking at the uptrend, down there at 637.98. I more so will want to take these shorts, but like I said, if it's building this uptrend, it's probably trying to go to 660 level. We might take some scalps to that 660 if we see uptrend start forming, especially if we break this high right here. 658 probably take like a $2 move to the upside. But I more so want to go heavier on them shorts. To be honest, I really want them shorts. honestly, we probably gotta be patient. I think we're gonna have to be a little patient for these spies. Cause it can do it. It's tricky right here. We got these green candles, and we're in a downtrend. You know, we in a downtrend on daily, so I will look for them shorts, but I need my first red daily candle. Need my first red daily candle. Cause it could very well just give us straight greens and go break to the upside. Okay. Now, if we do end up breaking this downtrend though, so we gotta have some type of plan. We end up breaking this downtrend, we go break that 660, 89, and that 662, 60, 662, 62. If we get a close above, I might look for that retest, and then I'll be aiming for that 672 level, possibly even come all the way back up here to the 680s. Okay, but that's what we look for on SPY. Kind of gotta probably wait until Monday candle close before we can make a good decision, other than scalping whatever the hourly tells us. Going to QQQ, kind of look the same as SPY. Probably gonna have the same prediction as SPY. We got a low, high, lower, low. We did make a higher high. So, but I still will use that 595.08 as the level I want to use for being respected. With my solidified, true solidified 605.14. What the world? What was that? Hold up, high, low, lower, low, high, low, low. Yeah, I'm just gonna use that 595.08 level. Okay, that's the level I'm gonna be watching. I don't want to see market break back above there if I want to be bearish. Oh man, I ain't even. Okay, once per bar. Once per bar. Okay, I was trying to make sure my alerts was right. All right, target. Of course, these lows. So 555.60. Mark out any gaps in between the two. So one. Go to the left. Go on to the left. Got big gap here. Huge gap. I don't know why I keep going these counter bodies. I'm trying to get the wick. See, I can't even tell if they got the wick. Yeah, it did. Okay, got that one. Got another one sitting here. Got a fair value gap sitting here. Got another fair value gap sitting there. Got another small gap sitting here. This one extra small, but we'll mark it. Got a gap up here. Y'all know QQQ and MQ be gapped up, man. About a million gaps. Alright, I think that's it. Let's drag them all over to the right. Hold up. I'm gonna head to my drag it to the right. They already to the most of them already to the right. I don't know where I was trying to drag it to. Current price right here. Alright. So we got our levels marked up. Looking at this, we closed green. We failed to close above this daily gap. Sitting here at 586.12. Maybe we see it push below. Maybe in retest. See if it want to push it through eventually. But me personally, like I said, it's the same thing with SPY, man. I'm looking for them shorts. But if we break through that lower high, then I'll be waiting on that trend to form to the upside. So kind of neutral right now until I get either a red daily candle. Get a red daily candle, I'm looking for them short. Don't get our red daily candle, we might be pushing back up to 595.08. Okay. And then once we get up there, I gotta wait until either a trend form or I can take a real light position to see if we can come all the way up here to that 604 level. Okay. So honestly, if I'm not scalping on the hourly and following whatever the hourly trend is, I'm just gonna wait until the daily start developing a little bit more. Like clearly we in the downtrend. It's just I need a red candle to get in off of it. All right, going to M&Q. Go to M&Q. M&Q kind of giving us a little insight of what we got going on. M&Q, let's go look at that monthly real quick. The reason why we didn't go for QQQ monthly because it kind of should be. I mean, it should be looking like. Actually, let's go and look at it real quick. But it should be looking like spies. QQQ monthly, we did close red. Oh, well, actually, it don't look like spy. We closed below that monthly fair value gap on QQQ. Closed below it, but it looked like we gapped back inside it for April. So we gapped back up inside it. Biggest thing, do we come back below this monthly gap at 581.16? We come back and close back below, or do we push back above at 587.55? Close above there, try to build base to the upside. So the monthly gaps is what I'm mostly focused on when it comes to SPY and QQQ. Because we sitting at them. Those are the main two things I'm focusing on. Now, looking at M&Q. M&Q tapped into its monthly gap. Didn't close inside it. So I do expect some type of pullback should push up, which it is doing, before trying to come back and retest it. Okay. So if we get a downtrend going on like the weekly or the daily, I will expect us to come back and retest this daily gap at 23,291.25. Okay. So let's go to the weekly, see what the weekly looking like. Weekly, closed green last week, same thing as QQQ. Look for some type of high. Don't know if it's going to be lead us to a higher high or a lower high. That's the question. Going to the daily. Daily. We are in a downtrend on the daily. We got low, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, potentially lower high. We got to see. So last lower high we got 24,763.50. Use that as our solidified level. Target will be, of course, this low at 22,960.50. Okay. Look for gaps in between. Here we go. We got a nice big gap sitting here for value gap. Got another big gap right here that we're kind of sitting in currently. Trying to see if we can break past. Let's check out to the left. I know we're gonna have a million other gaps. Got a nice gap sitting up here. Got this gap, but I think this gap overlaps our gap. I believe so, so I might delete it. We have to see. I think that one overlaps our gap. This little mini gap in between here. This might also overlap. We're gonna have to see. Got a little gap down here. Okay. Got one more down here. I'm telling you, it's important to mark out all these gaps, man. The gaps will be what slow your dang trade down from going to TP. Alright, I think this is the last one we're gonna mark. And let's get to it. Okay, drag them all over. That basically overlapping, so we'll delete that. That one, it overlap, but it's in the middle of it, so we'll keep it. This one overlap. I think we just mark a line at the top of this gap. And we're gonna have to label it though, so we'll know what it is. And I'm just gonna put top of cap. DG, top of DG, daily gap. Alright. 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 So that's what we got going on. Now it's kind of like it's potentially finna reverse, y'all. Like potentially about to reverse. Or at least try to make some type of uptrend. Cause we got high, low, but it look like we trying to make a higher high, to be honest. It look like we trying to set up for a higher high. It depends though. If we're gonna set an alert here. I wanna know if it breaks it. I'm gonna put a white line though. It breaks that to the upside. I would like to scalp these longs up to this daily gap at 24,425.25. Okay. You take that high, I would like to scalp it up to that. But what I was gonna say, we still can be in the overall downtrend still though, because the solidified level we was looking at is at 24,763. Okay. And it might not even go up there. It might come and reject right here at this daily gap and come right back down or start consolidating. Okay. But that is what we're looking at. Potential scalps loans to 24,425. Or if we start flipping, if we consolidate here, I'll just have to wait until it make a downtrend to go short. Okay. Or I'll wait till next red daily candle and click short again. Alright, going to NYM. And we ain't gonna look at crowd and middle and them tonight. Well, no, I don't know. We might look at them because we is here a little late, but I might look at them because we definitely ate middle last week. NYM was in an uptrend, and it broke it on the monthly. It broke it, made a lower low, fell to close below that low though. So we might see a pullback before trying to attempt to come back down again. We do got this monthly gap sitting here, but we need a downtrend to make it completely go down there. Okay, but we made a lower low. All in all, we was bearish last month. That's the biggest takeaway. Weekly, we made low, high, lower, low, downtrend. We need one more red week to let us come back down to these lows at 45,051. Going to that daily. I believe NYM had broke. They made a higher high. Let me see. We had low, high, low, lower high, lower low. Yeah, we made a higher high. Yep, we made a higher high last week. But it's not an uptrend just yet. It could be trying to set up, but it's not an uptrend just yet. Last solidified level though now is this one right here at 47,205. Okay, target will be 45,051. Look for gaps in between. Sitting on top of one right now, and we sitting inside one right now. Okay. Look to the left. About to the left, about to the right. I ain't gonna mark none that's overlapping on that on NYM. Just gonna mark the ones below it. Like that there. Got one here. And we got one like right on the gap. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna just mark those. That's it. Alright. NYM more, we gonna be more looking on that lower time frame, but we still mark this higher time frame. We got our red candles, but like we said, it made a higher high, so it broke it. Basically tell me, hey, we can consolidate. So we need some type of trend to form. We got basically higher high with some type of low. We make a green candle, make a lower low, that'll be downtrend, take the shorts all the way back down. Or if we come green, take this high, that'll be uptrend. We could at least aim for this previous lower high at 47,205. Okay, so I need an alert if we we need a green candle first before I can say I need an alert. I need a green daily candle first. So even this one right here that I said, y'all, this one technically I shouldn't have. I could have the alert, but technically I needed to be a green candle first because we making it green, but it can very well come back red. You know what I'm saying? Like we could sweep these highs, but flip right back red and go short. You know, so I gotta. Unless I see an uptrend form. If I see an uptrend form above this level, then it's different. Then I'm thinking this kind of gonna stay green, especially if it's the hourly. But we just keep the line there, but we just ain't gonna have the alert there. We see an uptrend form above there on the hourly. We might take scalp longs on MNQ. NYM we could, but it ain't really that much space to be honest. That's about it. Now let's go to CrowdStrike. Let's just glance at it. Quick, like a real quick rundown. Let's see. Monthly close green. So sellers, we look for some type of high. It can be a lower high or a higher high. But we get a lower low. Then we get our first pullback. We just gotta see how far back we want to go up. The next red month, and we sweep a low. That's to be a downtrend. We hold them shorts, possibly down to the daily gap. Monthly gap at 335. Maybe even them lows at 298. Okay. Weekly, we got higher high with a low. Like we said, no trend, but it did close green, so it could make a trend if we come take this high at 452. Okay, that'll make an uptrend. Going to daily. Daily right now, we got higher high. Then made some type of low. We did make another high though. We got high, low, higher, high, uptrend. Gotta see how if this uptrend gonna keep intact. Can we push back up to that 419? We do got daily gap right here that we sitting at though. Got daily gap sitting there, but it is in the uptrend right now. So we're gonna follow this short-term uptrend for right now. Next target is up here at this high. But we got to get through this gap. About to the left, about to the right. It's tricky because it's at this daily gap. That's technically the first target. So it could reject and just go back, like break this uptrend. But we're going to see though. We're going to see. If it look like we push up above 407, 408, I think I'm going to grab a long and try to take it up to 417. So we get to like 408, 410. I think I'm going to look for a long. We get up there. Okay. I think that's what I look for a long. If we don't get up there, I think I'm going to leave it alone because it can consolidate and it can break back down to the downside. So you just got to see what it does. Okay. Meta got high, low. See if we're going to make a higher high. That's the key level here at 592. Because technically it's in a downtrend right now. Yeah, it got low, high, lower, low, high. It's supposed to lead us back down. That's what it's supposed to do. If it want to be in the downtrend still. Monthly, we closed red, made a lower low. So we in the downtrend on the monthly. Okay. And we closed below previous low. Yeah. But I see this monthly gap. It failed to close below the monthly gap. Ew. That's the only thing that stopped it. This dang monthly gap. Cause I'm about to say it should be going down still. Down to these lows. But that dang monthly gap probably held it up. Let's go to the weekly. Down, low, high, lower, low. Yeah, it's in downtrend. Low, high, low, low. You need a red weekly though. Daily. Last solidified level on the daily. All the way up here though. At 659.74. That's a huge range. This is my key level I'm watching. 592.55. We break above it. I'm looking for that uptrend. I'm looking for the longs. We can stay, if we can get back red and make another low, I like them shorts. Okay. And like I said, target is this low first. At 520.26. Of course, we got a gaps and stuff, so you can use the gaps as your target if you want, but trend wise, that's the target. Okay. I just don't like these gaps on Meta. It's just so many big gaps on Meta. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Alright. So we're gonna call it a night, man. Really, most of these charts we gotta wait until at least Monday. Let Monday daily count form and we see how the week gonna go. Alright, y'all. So we go ahead and end it here because like I said, I'm already late. We almost 9:30. I could have been in the bed. So go ahead and end it here. And I'll see y'all boys in the morning. Y'all be easy. Your boy Keith is out. Peace.